Hi, guys.
Welcome. We're doing another episode of
Sip, savor, and celebrate.
Today we're going to do a whiskey one, and that's your corner.
It is. Today, guys, we decided to take a look at Crown. Crown Royal is one of our favorite kind of all year round whiskeys, which, as you can see, we've got quite a few, so it helps with the process.
We're going to do a drink through, but one quick thing I want to do add, and the reason why we got turned on to whiskey is because my dad. My dad, it was one of his favorite drinks. He would always do Crown and Coke, or just a regular Crown, a Crown shot. And after the passing of my father, we always did a shot for him, birthdays and in remembrance of my father. So that's what got us into Crown before, but we discovered we like it. So today we're going to do a tasting review, and I'll let you carry on.
Of course. And we were going to get to that, so I appreciate that you had that conversation. And that is exactly how, I remember your dad is right there. Hey, man, actually, I'm not sure if it was Crown or if it was Scotch, but, the night working on, our
trailer.
toys in the trailer. Here!
Yep.
And, just kept pouring it in for us.
Yep.
Well, we got to use this bottle. Okay.
We got to use this up.
So, again, we're going with Crown. Did you know Crown is actually from the 1600s?
No, I did not.
So what's really cool about this is the first royal family to Canada. 1600s, they arrived by boat, and the distiller wanted to bring them something that they would enjoy. So he went out and found some of their finest ingredients, which is 80%, the rye, the corn, and the barley, from Manitoba and other areas around the area, and then made this. They use 5 different types of mash at 12 different distillation columns through their plant, which are going to bring us the different blends, which all encompass Crown. And so that is actually why it's called Crown, is because it was for the royal family.
I'm getting it, I promise.
And so
Carry on.
I thought that was very unique. Guys, it's not often we have an unopened bottle of alcohol, let alone Crown itself. The apple is the first one we're going to do.
Do you want me to pour or you want to pour?
You can go ahead and pour. And this one, actually, the first time we ever did this, he kind of looked at me sideways. But this one, my favorite to mix it with is Red Bull.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I stumbled upon it. I had a Red Bull and I had, some Crown Apple. I mixed them together, like, why not? And it was mind-blowing. You get the balance of the Crown with the sweetness, and then my favorite reason is you get the upper with the downer on the science side of it, so then you can party a whole lot longer. But let's be real, if you stop that party, you will crash real hard. So, as you can see, we got the Crown Apple in there.
And we got it on our rock. Spheres. Yep, they're actually stone spheres. Man, and you got them for me for Christmas. I do enjoy them.
But the reason I got these is because your husband got you the
rocks.
The rocks first.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And because we like the whiskeys, that's why I saw the spheres and got those.
Them. Yeah.
Because we were already fans of those rocks. So on the nose, you get that. I did that
apple.
with you. I did that with the tequila, so I'm not even worried. But yep, you get that apple right on the nose, which I would expect nonetheless.
And it's not a harsh thing. It's nice. Man, that is candy apple all day long. And that's good, because that's what they were going for.
But you do get some of that wood in there from the age. You get that kind of on the back finish.
Okay, I see that now. It's kind of more like a spiced apple pie or something like that. And there's so many drink recipes that you can make with the apple, the Crown apple.
I agree. It's just a super easy drinking whiskey, so it's, like I said, one of our go-tos.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. Rinse that puppy out. And then next, we have, keeping in the fruit family, we have Crown Peach. As you can see, it is pretty much almost gone. But, again, today is a tasting review. So we're just going to tell you what we think about it. And it's a very smooth whiskey. I enjoy it. And because we don't want to be too overly drunk, we're only doing just a little bit of tasting. Just tasting.
So peach is hugely popular, usually in the fall. I'm pretty sure is when it becomes the most popular.
Okay.
And around here, the bottles, if you don't pay attention, can get outrageously priced because they are very hard to get your hands on.
Right.
I think my favorite one to do with this is a peach tea, actually.
A peach. Oh gosh, yes. That's why that's half gone. Is just straight up black tea. Because you don't need to use sweet tea. Because if you're using sweet tea plus this, it's going to get way too sweet. But you mix the regular black tea and then some peach crown. It really goes well. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
And I believe there's been a few times where you're like, hey, we're taking the boat out, what do you want? And I just tell you, grab a couple of peach teas, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
That's right.
And they're always great. You might bring them to us in squirty bottles, but hey, we won't talk about that.
All right, first of all, obviously, you get a peach.
It's light peach, though.
But it is very light. However, it tastes like my favorite peach ring candy. I'm just saying. Those little peach rings that with the sugar on the outside, they're gummies and stuff. Not those kind of gummies, but still.
See, now, I get a little bit more of the whiskey that shines through. You get a little bit more of that woodiness with kind of like the very rare spice to it. And then you get that peach that is like, hi, I'm
thinking straight up peach cobbler, with a little bit of peach and some cinnamon, and I'm ready for a barbecue. Can we please have summer yet? I'm ready for a peach cobbler and some barbecue. I'm just saying.
Of course, it's all got to be keto.
That's really good. That is really, really, really good.
And the next one, I do believe we have the vanilla.
Yep, the next one's going to be the vanilla.
Vanilla's the brown bag.
Not the kind you take into lunch. We brown bagging it.
This one's unopened too.
Imagine that.
See, I'm just going to twist it open. Very, very beautiful bottle. You got the white label. You got,
I love that they all come in their own little sack. Tell me that is not the coolest thing. And you see people out and about and all around. They'll have, oh, hey, I've got this inside out.
No.
Yep, I did. A lot of folks will use them after they're done with the bottle. They use the bag, and they use it several different things. But again, Crown Vanilla, great for mixing and great for sipping itself. Again, the nice thing that Crown Royal has done is they've made themselves so versatile that they are on every bar that you go to. Every drink app you can find them. They've got some great recipes. They're all around there.
Well, and most quality bars do have them. We've been to a couple where they haven't had, believe it or not, a Crown or a Red Bull.
Those bars are like, if it ain't Budweiser, it ain't good. But, I'm just saying.
But, for the record, one of our favorite bars that are like that has the best crab rangoons in the world.
They have Crown there at the Dirty Duck. I love the Dirty. They have Crown.
Do they?
Yes, because that's where Dad loved to do.
Okay.
So, Up in Sheboygan, that's where we always went up hunting with my dad, and our property, the family property plot is up in Sheboygan, Michigan. And there's a place, a little hole in the wall, out of nowhere bar, and it's so cool. It's called the Dirty Duck, and all along the ceiling they've got these duck decoys, and they're screwed right into the ceiling. And but we went over there all the time. They always had Crown because we would always give Dad a toast.
Right, they had the regular Crown. Not too often do
Not
they have the flavor.
No, okay.
So
I'll give you that.
We'll split this one 50-50. But this is the vanilla, guys.
So on the nose, I get like a chemical vanilla, to be honest with you. Kind of like a vanilla, like if you were... Okay.
Like vanilla straight out of the bottle.
You're too young. No. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, because vanilla is like 60% alcohol.
Yeah, but no. This tastes like fake vanilla. This one tastes like... I got the good stuff, so, me, I'm just sorry.
I mean, we do love that Mexican and Jamaican vanilla, yes.
Yes, I do have still a couple big bottles that we bought from Mexico. But, no, and you're going to laugh at me because you're too young to remember these. But my sister had these dolls that you used to squeeze and they'd poof out the chemical smells. I think it was from Strawberry Shortcake. That's what it was. And they had all kinds of different smells and flavors, but one of them did have a vanilla flavor, and that's what this smells like.
Okay.
Okay, I'm old. I get it.
That's before Strawberry Shortcake came around the second time.
Not the second time. Yeah, you're right. I was there for the first round. You weren't. I know that, and I'm okay with that. But it smells like what do you got on the taste?
Definitely vanilla for sure. I think this would be a very, very good cigar whiskey.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. It's vanilla, but it's a cream. Now the taste doesn't taste like it smells.
Right.
The smell is very, chemical to me, but the taste is very creamy. Creamy vanilla, kind of like, oh goodness, those
like a
those,
coffee creamer, like coffee mate.
or those vanilla cream candies that you got in Christmas time.
The caramel creams.
Yes,
the caramel cream
ones
chews.
at Christmas.
Yes,
that right there.
Yes, I agree.
That's what I get. That's what I get right there from that one. That's what I get from that one. All right, so then the last one is way different. So far we've had nothing but sweet. The last one, brother, I'm going to warn you, it's not sweet. Have you ever had this one?
I have not. The reason we got this one, though, is shout out to Royal Party Store.
Not
my girl, there, Stephanie, was talking because she knows I do grab Crown, and it's usually from them. And she was like, have you ever tried the smoked one? And I was like, I haven't. And she's like, you've got to. So I actually called you, and I said, dude.
And then I bought it at Easton Party Store.
We've got this one.
Don't tell her.
And so we tried it. Well, you tried it.
Yes.
I haven't tried it just because...
I've had this. Is it even out anymore? To be honest with you, I haven't seen it ever again.
It is limited edition, and so it comes out very, very rarely.
This, to be honest with you...
Isn't that their bread and butter?
No. I would wish, and you're going to taste it, and you tell me what you think, but I would honestly love this with a cigar. With a bold cigar. Not like a Fat Betty with these.
Okay. So more like sweet. One of the King Caesars, which is one of my favorites. Or, you know what?
But I know his brother who.
The Kentucky smoked cigar that I had the other day.
Okay, I didn't have it.
I know you didn't, but it's not often, guys, that I get into the mood, so, I grab just a cigar.
What kind of mood are we talking about here?
I grabbed the cigar, and I light it up and just enjoyed the cigar, but that's the type of mood I had this week. Work was a little bit of stress. and drinking
Cheers
alcohol
to that
and
lately,
drinking
brother. I was just like,
alcohol really
just
wasn't
saying,
the
man.
option at that moment. So
Yeah, you can't have that at work.
so I had the cigars in my center console and grabbed this one up. And I like to punch and lit her right up, and oh my god, I fell in love with it.
Forgive me for not saying it. This is actually Texas Mesquite. That's the name of this one. I love the blue. I'm a huge fan of the color blue, but
It smells like a cigar to me.
doesn't it smell like a cigar? I told you this would be great with a cigar.
Maybe will get written permission from the executive of the government here for an inside smoke show. We'll see.
I'm waiting to be honest, I'm waiting until we can go waterside to do the cigar shows. I think that'll be even better.
Yeah.
However, you got an opportunity. You can go to Admiral's this week. Devin's going to be on the
So you
road
totally
show this
blew
week.
it. So guys, I am on the road this week. Admiral Cigar Club is one of my favorite places to go. So I will be doing an episode from there. I remembered to grab my phone stand. You've got a clicker that you ordered, so you're going to hook me up with one of those before I leave. So then, I've got the clicker to start and stop everything. And so on top of the couple other restaurants that I'm hoping to visit to do a review of, which I am not going to bring you into those right now, but I do already have them in mind.
I figured you did. But I knew Admiral was number one on the list.
But yes, my girls there at Admiral Cigar are absolutely amazing. I walk in and they know exactly who I am.
So, like, we always see your Christmas present, these rocks. We see them in our videos. I want to see in that video
my glass
Christmas gift, that not just the glass. You don't even have to do the glass, but the
ooh. But can I can't.
I'm not going to say what it is. I'm not going to say. You got to tune in. You have to tune in. What, you can't fly with it?
No, you can't fly with anything lighter.
Okay.
Trust me. Trust me. I would love to. However, that will be coming.
Yes,
in videos here.
You'll see
but
it.
I cannot fly with that.
Cool. You'll see that one. All right, what do we got? Obviously, we got a smoky cigar. Not. I know it's mesquite, but I do not get, like, when I heard mesquite, the first thing I thought of, I'm gonna smell this and it's gonna be like I'm sitting by the smoker. I'm sitting by the smoker, but no, I don't get that.
Mm-mm.
I get the smoke, but I get it more like a good spiced cigar smoke.
I agree. And it's kind of like the burnt mesquite barrel that they would age it in. That's kind of what I get is that kind of burnt side of it. And on the tongue, you definitely get that mesquite that...
It's very bitter to me. Very bitter.
It finishes to me with just a little bit of citrus, which is weird.
I don't get that. I'm not a huge fan of this, but I think it would change with a cigar. Because straight up by itself, I feel like I'm taking a briquette... I'm taking a briquette of a charcoal piece and sticking it in my mouth, and while that didn't look good on camera, it didn't look good. But you got what I was trying to say.
I actually would do a sweet cigar with that.
Oh, you think balancing it?
It would. It would bring out those tones in that cigar. But as we have alluded to, we will be on the road in the next couple weeks. Not only will I be on the road next week, but then. I hear that you've got some
I'm hoping
on the road visits for us set up when we come back.
Yes, yep.
And so we will both be there, which is awesome. I hear you have a couple in mind to do this, this week.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that we can. Stay tuned. We're gonna try to get to a couple of the local restaurants. I'm waiting for an answer back. The first answer is heck yeah, tequila. They're all in. But we just got to hammer down a time that we can make the schedule work for them and us. And
but you're going to do a couple bottles this week
going to
of your wonderful collection while I'm
going to be hitting
away.
a couple favorites, maybe just a couple, like a minute or two. That's all we're looking at. But
all right, guys. Until then, don't forget to
sip, savor, and celebrate. Cheers.